Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Yep. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. It's the morning shoe. We'll get started in just a few minutes. Happy Tuesday.
Just to fill our souls up. Drink some wine, maybe we get drunk. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm thinking just knowing that the world is round and here I'm dancing on the ground on the right side.
Add that to the long list of shit you don't know. Brian, just stop. You can't reason with somebody who's afraid of a man in a dress. I figured out what's wrong with Slim Shady Canes. I figured out what's wrong with him. He was groomed as a child. See? Slim Shady Canes grew up listening to this. And it just completely ruined his life. Look, some man in a dress here. And it just completely ruined him. Paul, I think we're going to have a blackjack quiz for you this morning. You up for that? I'm going to show you a series of hypothetical hands, and you tell me what you're supposed to do, okay? All right, good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. How y'all doing? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the morning show. Been a while for me. Been a while for me on the morning show. Didn't do it any last week because we were all out of town, up in the mountains, and had to take yesterday off. Lou Jr. had his 8th grade honors day yesterday, so Lou Jr. moving on from middle school. He'll be a high schooler next year. So both my kids now. Luann will be in 11th grade. My daughter will be in 11th grade next year. Lou Jr. starts 9th grade next year. So last day of school is actually tomorrow. But the middle school had their honors day yesterday, so it was at 9 in the morning, so I wasn't able to do the show. But it's good to be back. Hope y'all are doing okay. Weather has been weird. Not just here, but like it's unusually cool. Is that how it is where y'all are at? Like it's still in the 70s here, and that's extremely unusual. This is usually the time of year where it hits 90 degrees and then it stays 90 degrees until the middle of September. But it was cloudy and overcast and about 75 yesterday, and I think it's supposed to be about the same today. At least it looks like it outside right now. So unusually cool. I'm not complaining. Not complaining at all. But it's just a little strange. Late summer this year, I guess. Late summer this year, I guess. Talent show coming up. We'll talk some about that, and we'll see if I can find some kind of way to put up some. Well, I know I can find a way. We'll do some Blackjack 101 this morning. We'll put up some blackjack hands, and we'll have Huffer Billy Paul tell us what we're supposed to do. We'll see how he does. We had a great time. I'm sure most of y'all have heard all about it by now. Our trip to the mountains last week, but we had a really, really good time. Me and Battle Angel, Pete, Mrs. Pete, Huffer Billy Paul, and Robin, Sir UGA came up for a day. Traveling Fools and his wife, Mayhem Matthew and his wife were up for a day. We had a really, really good time. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Great time last night on Lunch Money. Yeah, Lunch Money. Yeah, it was good to do that again, too. It's been a couple of weeks since we've done that, so that was good. And now next Monday is Memorial Day, so I forgot to ask Pete last night. I'm assuming we're doing it, but I don't think I'm doing anything that would prevent me from doing the Lunch Money show next Monday, which is Memorial Day. I'll have to check with Pete, but I'm pretty sure we'll be doing it. Pretty sure we'll be doing it. Keep the Lunch Money show rolling. Yeah, we need to, don't we? We need to. Let's see who's here today. Take some roll. Let's see. Sir UGA is here. 58 degrees, he says, at his place. Let's go, Brandon. Nick DTV, Tiger Cat, Goose Sports, Lizard Man, Wet Blanket, Huffer Billy Paw, Bulldog JC, Savage Dog, Rack Dog, K Dog, Bulldog Brian, C Raw. Every time I decide to watch Lunch Money the next day, it gets taken down. Was yesterday's taken down? Let's look. Was yesterday's taken down, really? Yep. Sure was. Seminole Seth, what's up, buddy? Good to see you in here. Colby, how you doing? Hogman, what's up? Yeah, you don't have to ask, Hoghead. Shane Gaming. TK says YouTube pisses her off. It's not YouTube. It's not YouTube. It's whoever owns the song that caused it to get taken down. That's whose fault it is. It's not YouTube's fault. It's up to the artist what they want to do. When you have a copyrighted song, it's up to whoever owns the song. They get to decide what happens to the video that the song is in, not YouTube. YouTube just does whatever the owner of the copyright tells them to do. Let's see. I can check my email, and it should tell me what song it was. Let's see. Is that right? Copyrighted content Europe 2009. I don't even know what that would be. I don't know what that would be. I didn't get to see Lunch Money last night, and I wanted to watch it. Yeah, for those of you that missed it, you missed Pete being triggered for about an hour or so. You should copyright your raps, Lou. I've thought about that. The thing is, I don't want to copyright them because I want people to be able to play them and share them and listen to them. So I like to share my musical ability with the world free of charge. Free of charge. Pete got mad because he's the only person on planet Earth who doesn't understand why LSU is ranked ahead of Clemson in every single poll on planet Earth. You literally cannot find a preseason poll that has Clemson ranked ahead of LSU, and that just set Pete off. He's convinced Clemson is better than LSU, and they may be by the end of the year, but he can't even fathom how anyone could think, even for a second, that LSU should be ranked higher than Clemson, even though every single preseason poll and ranking you look at has LSU ranked higher than Clemson. Like, I think Pete's the only one on earth who thinks Clemson should be ranked higher than LSU. Like, there's probably thinking that a team is better than somebody and then thinking they should be ranked ahead of them is not always the same thing. Like, there's probably some Ohio State, Alabama, Michigan, maybe even some LSU fans who think they could beat Georgia if they played in 2023. But most of those people still agree that Georgia should be ranked higher. Is there anybody who thinks their team should be ranked ahead of Georgia in the preseason? I would be curious to know. Does anybody think their team should be ranked ahead of Georgia right now in the preseason? I mean, I can see an Ohio State fan sitting around going, I hope we get a chance to play Georgia again this year because I think we could beat them. Like, there's nothing wrong with thinking that. But that same Ohio State fan has to understand why Georgia is ranked ahead of them currently. But for whatever reason, Pete can't understand why anybody would have LSU ranked ahead of Clemson. It all started with the thing where Pete said Clemson would be the third best team in the SEC right now. And hardly anybody agrees with that. Most people think they would be fifth right now. Clemson is closer to number 2 in the SEC than 5. Yeah, that's just not that's not true. I mean, Georgia, Bama, LSU, Tennessee. Those are 4 teams right now that should clearly be ranked ahead of Clemson. But very clearly. There's really not a logical argument you can make to rank Clemson right now ahead of any of those 4 teams. I mean, they literally just played Tennessee and got their shit pushed in. What's up, Chaos? Oh, we had a great time in Cherokee. Yeah, had a great time. All right, so the talent show. We got the talent show coming up in a couple of weeks. I think most of you have been around long enough to know what this is, but we need some entrants for the talent show because I'm going to say the same thing I said last year. If there's not at least 10 people that enter the talent show, I'm not doing it. If less than 10 people take the time to send a video in for the talent show, then I'm just going to play everybody's video one day on the morning show, but we're not going to have the typical talent show we have. We got to have it. We got to have at least 10 to make it worth doing it. It's been a lot of fun the last 2 or 3 years. 3 years, I think now we've done the talent show, right? This will be the 4th year we've done the talent show, I believe. And we've had a lot of fun with it. Every year we've done it. And hopefully we'll keep it going. But we can't have a talent show without people sending in talent videos. So scrolling across the bottom of the screen is an email address, loutube.talent@gmail.com. Figure out what your talent is, record yourself doing it, and send it in. And like I said, most of you have been around long enough to see these talent shows in the past. So you know what types of things we're looking for here. I mean, if you have an actual talent and you want to send that in, that's great. You can play the guitar, you can sing, whatever. You can juggle, whatever. That's fine. But the funnier the better, really. It's not really meant to be taken seriously. Some people do, and that's fine. But the funnier the better. And if you can record yourself doing it, it's a talent. So you don't have to ask me or anyone else, hey, can I send in a video of myself doing blah, blah, blah? Yes. The answer is just yes. Whatever it is you can record yourself doing, send it in. We've had people send in videos of themselves making a sandwich. We've had people send in videos playing the spoons. We've had people send in videos of themselves folding a fitted sheet. I mean, literally spans the spectrum. I mean, anything you can record yourself doing is a talent. So take some time over the next couple of weeks. Think about what it is you're good at or whatever would be funny to do. Send it in, loutube.talent@gmail.com. And we're going to start, we'll start that, I guess, 2 weeks from today or 2 weeks from yesterday, which would be June 4th. So get your videos in by June 3rd. The best way to send your video in is to record whatever it is you're going to do on your cell phone, upload it to your YouTube channel, mark the video as unlisted. You have 3 options when you upload a YouTube video. Public, which is, when you want everybody to see it, you mark it public. It gets posted publicly on YouTube for everybody to see. There's a private is one of the options. That's where no one can see the video but you. And then there's unlisted. Unlisted means the video does not show up in searches, but anybody you send the link to can watch the video. So you record the video, you upload it to your YouTube channel, you mark it as unlisted, and then you email me the link to the video at loutube.talent@gmail.com. loutube.talent@gmail.com. And if you've ever commented in a YouTube comment section, you have a YouTube channel. You might not have ever uploaded a video, but that doesn't mean you don't have a channel. You have to have a YouTube channel. You have to have a YouTube channel even to comment on YouTube. So if you're commenting on YouTube, you have a YouTube channel. You have the ability to upload a video to your YouTube channel. Just mark it as unlisted. Send me the link to loutube.talent@gmail.com. loutube.talent@gmail.com. And we'll figure out what we're going to do for the winner. We usually have a prize for the winner, and then we have a prize for the worst video as well. So we'll probably do something similar to that this year. I don't know if it's money we'll give away or an autographed picture of Jesus Christ or what the deal is, but we'll give something away to the winner and something away to the worst loser. You know what I mean? Get your talent show videos in. Usually makes for a interesting couple of weeks, so I'm looking forward to that. That information is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, but it's LouTubeTalent@gmail.com, and the talent show starts in a couple of weeks, around June 4th. Yes, autographed picture of Jesus Christ. And he will be wearing a dress in the picture, no matter how mad it makes some of you. Which makes perfect sense because he was the original groomer. So. Type. What else is going on? I thought there was something else. I should have wrote it down. I done forgot. I see where more people that want government to stay out of your life are banning TikTok. What is this? Well, TikTok is banned in the entire state of Montana. So, to the 4 people that live there or whatever, I guess they can't use TikTok anymore. And what else? Ron DeSantis has banned the use of TikTok in schools. Not much out there more dangerous than TikTok. Maybe a man in a dress, but that's I don't know what's a bigger threat to democracy, TikTok or a man wearing a dress. Both are banned in Florida, but let me check and see if Ron DeSantis has arrested Maynard James Keenan yet. No, he hasn't. He hasn't. Maynard James Keenan is still on the loose. He has not yet been arrested by Ron DeSantis. I'll keep you updated on that too. Why are states banning TikTok? Because they're the only government that is allowed to track you through social media. Not any other government. They want a monopoly on your information. So, winning football is also banned in Florida. Is that true? Oh, boy. Colby wearing yoga pants is banned too. It should be. It should be. Twitter and Facebook track us too. Yeah, Twitter, Facebook, Apple, Google. I mean, if you have a cell phone, you're being tracked. So, like, I don't know what it is. It's got people so afraid of TikTok, but it's weird. Right, Nick. That's right. Good for me, but not for thee. Yeah, there's a T-Bones in downtown Charleston. Come on down to the free state of Florida, where we tell you what you can wear and which apps you're allowed to use on your phone. Don't forget, we hate China because China tells Chinese people what websites and stuff they're allowed to go to and which ones they aren't. And that's just wrong. That's yeah. That's right. I agree. Paul, yeah, yeah. I guess every other problem we have is solved if they're focusing on how they can take TikTok away from people. Not much college football news, really. Uh, Turns out all the Big Ten fans bragging about the Big Ten TV contract got hoodwinked. Did y'all hear about that? I guess all that information they put out about the new Big Ten TV contract with those TV networks, none of that was ever signed. So, and now there's like a bunch of issues that have popped up. I'm sure it'll get worked out and it's going to end up basically being the same deal they told us it was going to be, but it's just weird that they like literally did everything, but then no one signed the contract. Four-star Florida running back making a visit this week to UGA. That's great news. Yeah, Georgia's running back situation is probably the worst it's been since pre-Todd Gurley. So it's been at least a decade. It's been at least 10 or 11 years since Georgia's running back situation has been as bad as it is now. How did the scavenger hunt go in Athens? I think everybody found what they were looking for. SEC tournament for baseball starts today. Well, if a tree falls in the woods, yeah, we missed out on the tight end we were going after. That's great. We got some random 3-star, but Georgia missed out on the tight end. Georgia missed the best tight end countries in the state of Georgia, and Georgia missed out on him. Which is weird. Now, I mean, the guy is from South Georgia and grew up a Florida. Look, especially back when Florida State was really good, uh, Florida State owned South Georgia when it comes to recruiting. You know, if you're in South Georgia, you're closer to Tallahassee than you are Athens anyway. But um, given the success that Georgia has had just overall, and particularly at the tight end position, I was a little surprised that an in-state kid would choose Florida State over an in-state tight end would choose Florida State over Georgia. But yeah, Georgia lost out on the tight end they were going for to Florida State. What's his name? Landon Thomas. I might have his name wrong, but I think that's right. I think that's right. All right. Oh, for Billy Paul, you ready? Turn that sound off. Don't need it. Ain't got no interest in it. All right. How for Billy Paul? Let's try this. We're going to deal some blackjack hands. How for Billy Paul? You're going to tell me what we should do. And then I'll tell you if you're right or wrong. Here we go. All right. We have 2 10s, a 20, against an 8. What do we do, Paul? Split? No. So you stay and you win. All right. Oh, here you go. Now, what are you supposed to do here? A pair of 4s, which is 8, against a 7. Do we hit, split, or stay? What do we do there, Paul? Hit. That's right. You don't split 4s against a 7 because you have to assume you're going to draw a 10, and an 18 would beat a 17. So you don't split 4s against a 7. You just hit. We didn't get a 10, but we got a 3, which is even better. Now we have an 11. What do we do here? You always hit 11. All right, now here you go. Now we've got 16 against a 7. 16 against a 7. Do we hit or do we stay, Paul? You can't double on, we can't double that 11. You only can double after your first 2 cards. You can't double after you get a 3rd card. Huffer Billy Paul says stay. That's wrong. You hit. Why would you stay? He has a 17. 16 does not beat 17. Now, he might not have a 17, but you have to assume he does. You have to hit that. We got an ace. Now we have 17 against a 7. What do we do? Right, now we stay. And he had an ace. He beat us 18 to 17. But you can't hit a 17 ever under any circumstances. You never hit a 17, so we just have to take the L there, but we played it the right way. All right, 5 on a 10. This one's pretty easy. Of course, you hit that. We got the 11 again. And just like last time, you can't double. We can't double here. You can't double after the 3rd card. You only can double on your first 2 cards. So I don't remember who said that on the last hand. We should have doubled after we got the 11 on the 3rd card. You can't do that. So 11 on a 10. We hit. We're hoping for a 10. We get a 7. That gives us an 18. You can't hit an 18 well, you can't hit a hard 18. So we have to stay against a 10 and hope that he has a low card in the hole. And he doesn't. He has a 20, we lose. Five on a 4. You always hit a 5 because you can't bust a 5. So you always hit if you have 5. All right, now we have 11 on a 4. You always hit an 11. Now we have a 20. There is no circumstance where you would hit a 20. So you stay against a 4. Dealer busts. We win. We're back to where we started. Back to even. 17 on a 10. Now, we're going to lose this hand way more times than we win, but you can't hit that. Yet you can't hit a 17. You have to stay. It's 17 is my least favorite hand. I would rather have a 16. 16 you can hit and give yourself a chance. 17 you can't hit. You have to stay. And you have to hope that the dealer has a low card and then a high card, which would make them bust. But they've got 20. So we're down $100. We're down one hand. Here you go, Paul. Here you go. What do you do here? A 12 against a 3. What do you do? Mother-in-law saying? Yeah, this a 17 is called the mother-in-law hand in blackjack. In blackjack, a 17 is called the mother-in-law hand. You want to hit it, but you can't. 12 against a 3. What do we do? Huffer Billy Paul says stay. Sir UJ says stay. Captain Tripp says hit. You hit. A 12 against a 3 is a hit. The way you remember that is a 2-year-old can hit a 3-year-old. If this was in reverse, if we had a 13 and he had a 2, you don't hit. Because a 3-year-old can't hit a 2-year-old. But a 2-year-old can hit a 3-year-old. You have to hit. We bust. Nine on against a 10. You can't bust with a 9, so that's an obvious hit. 19 against a 10. And we win 19-18. No matter what anybody says, you don't ever split 10s, so you just leave this alone. You have a winning hand. You don't. Why people split 20s is beyond. Why would you turn a winning hand in? Why would you turn one winning hand into 2 losing hands? You don't ever split a 20. 20 against a 7, you stay. And we have another winner. We're back to even. Blackjack. So now we're up. $17 on a 6. You can't hit a 17. Plus, 6 is a bust card for the dealer. So you stay. More times than not, when the dealer is showing a 6, over half the time he's going to bust. So you don't ever hit against a 6. So we're going to stay. And, of course, he draws down to 21 and beats us. 7 against an ace. You always hit against an ace. Here you go. Here you go. Huffer Billy Paw. We have a soft 18. We have 8 or 18. And for those of you that don't know, in blackjack, you can count an ace as either a 1 or an 11. So if we count this as an 11, we have 18. If we count it as a 1, we have 8. The dealer has an ace, which is an 11. So what do we do here, Paul? That's right. You always hit a soft 18 against a 9, a 10, or an 11. So we hit. We got another ace. Now we have 9 or 19. You stay there. You don't hit the soft 19. You have to stay. And we win 19-17. So a soft 18 against a 10 or 11, you hit. A soft 19 against a 10 or 11, you don't hit. All right. 7 against a 2. We can't bust with a 7, so of course we hit. All right, here you go. 12 against a 2. What do you do here? 12 against a 2. 12 against a 2 is like having a 16 against a 10. You can either hit or you can stay as long as you do the same thing every single time. So I hit 12s against a 2, and we busted. $18 against a 7. Obviously, you stay there. If you hope he has a 10 and you win 18-17. Let's see. We're going to stay. Look at that. This dummy drew 6 cards to a 20. That's the kind of shit that'll make you get up and leave the blackjack table. As a player, you can't hardly draw 3 cards without busting, and then the dealer will run down 6 cards to 20 on you. 17 on a 10, mother-in-law hand. You can't hit that. Dealer's got blackjack. 20 on a 10, you stay. We win. So we're down $50. We started with 2,500. Time to up the bet. 200 a hand. 18 on a 7, stay. We win. We're up $150. 15 on a 5. What do we do here, Paul? 15 on a 5. What's the right move here? Yeah, you have to stay. 5 and 6 are the 2 worst cards the dealer can have. With a 5 or a 6, the dealer is going to bust more than 50% of the time. So you never hit any hand where you could potentially bust. So 15 is not a good hand, but he's likely to bust. So we don't want to take a hit here. We want to stay and hope that he busts. And he drew down to a 20. So how do you... Is this the one where you can't reset your bet? Oh, yeah, there we go. We're going to go back down to $100 since we lost that hand. 20 on a 10, you're going to stay. And we win. So now we'll go back up to 200. All right. 2 aces against a 7. What do we do here? Split. That's right. You always split aces. No matter what the dealer has, you always split aces. When you split aces, you're playing 2 hands. But you only get 1 card per hand. You know, you only get to hit 1 time per hand. So we're going to split. We drew a 20. And a 17. We pushed 1 hand and won the other. So that's good. We won $200. We're up $250 now. We'll keep it at 200 because we've won 2 hands in a row. 18 on a 10. You can't hit that. Got to hope the dealer has a low card in the hole. No, he has a 20. So back down to 100. 19 on a 4. That's an obvious stay. And he draws to a 20, of course. All right, here you go. An 11 on a 10. What do we do here? You can't hit aces twice. Brian. When you split aces, you only get one card. You don't get a chance to hit it a second time. On here, it might let you on this app, but in a casino, you don't. When you split aces in a casino, you only get one card per ace. Paul says hit. This is a double down. Why won't it let me double? Oh, here we go. Double. We're going to double down. You double every 11, period. It doesn't matter what the dealer has. You double 11 every time. Double means you double your bet and you only get one more card. So we're hoping for a 10 here. And no. The dealer had blackjack anyway. An 11 on a 2. We're going to double again. Hoping for a 10. Didn't get it. We're on a losing streak here. 12 on a 7. You have to hit. 14 on a 7. You have to hit. 21. Look at that. We drew to 21. Actually won a hand. All right. Back up to 200. A hand. 15 on a 4. 4 is a bust card. We can't hit that. We're going to stay and hope that the dealer busts. And the dealer busts, we win. All right, we're going to stay at 200 a hand. 12 on a 5. $12 on a 5. That's a stay. 5 is a bust card. You don't ever take a card against a 5 when you're in a position where you could bust. You'd rather the dealer bust. So we're going to stay. Dealer wins 17-12. Back down to 100. Back down to 100. 19 against an 11. We're going to stay. They had blackjack. $13 on a 5. You never hit a 5. We have to stay. Dealer busts. We win. All right, back up to 200. We need to win like 3 hands in a row. All right, here we go. We're going to double again. We really need a 10 here. We need a 9 or a 10. We're going to double. So this is going to be a $400 hand now. It's a $200 hand. We're going to double it, which means we double our bet. We get one more card. The dealer's showing a 9, so you have to assume he's going to have 19. We have an 11. So we need a 9 or a 10, which would give us a 20 or a 21. Here we go. Big hand. Monkey! Yes! Monkey! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we need to win another one. 17 on a 10. God, can't hit that. But we're likely to lose. Yep, 19. We can't get that third hand. We need to win 3 hands in a row. 16 on a 10. You have to hit. Oh, good hit. 19. We got a chance. Oh, shit. He's got blackjack. God damn it. How come they get like 10 blackjacks and we've only got 1? 15 on a 3. What do we do here? Yep, that's right. Stay. You don't hit 15 against a 3. And they busted, we win. All right. Back up to 200, and we need to win 2 more hands in a row. 9 on a 4. Some people double here. Should we double? The dealer has a bus card. We have a pretty good hand. Should we double? Some people double this. Some people just hit here. I'm going to double. We need to catch a break, though. This is going to be another $400 hand. There we go. We got a 19, and dealer bus. We win. We're back up again. Now we need to win the 3rd hand in a row. $200 hand, 17 against a 3. Can't hit that. Got to stay. And we win. Dealer bus. We're up $250 now. Should we quit while we're ahead? Should we quit while we're ahead? Yeah, we'll walk away. $250 profit. There we go. Pay for our dinner. We just want enough money to pay for our dinner tonight. Good job, Lou. Good job, Lou. That was amazing. Those comments on your last Colorado video were funny, Lou. Yeah, somebody called me like a Confederate flag loving whatever, blah, something or another. What's really funny to me is that those people are so dumb. They think I go back and watch that video. Find anything negative I said about Deion Sanders. You can't. I didn't say a single word about Deion Sanders in the entire video. Now, I did say something about idiots who are not college football fans, but are Deion Sanders fans and think Colorado's winning 10 games. But go look at the comments. People are like, this guy hates Deion so much he can't stand a black man with power and all that. I had to go ahead and tell him, sir, I didn't even say anything about Deion. I was talking about people who are college football ignorant like you. That's who I was making fun of, not Deion. Yeah, those comments on there. Those comments were pretty good. Those comments were pretty good. Let's see, where were they? Funny how this dude, this is great. Funny how this dude will give so many average and bad coaches the benefit of the doubt, but attacks a coach in his first season, giving racist Confederate vibes. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm so easy on the white coaches. I never say anything at all about Billy Napier, Brian Harsin, Butch Jones, Jeremy Pruitt, Gus Malzahn, Ryan Day, Urban Meyer, Hugh Freeze. There's another one too, at least one more that I saw yesterday. Where is it at? Lou must have missed all the 4 and 5 stars that have joined the Buffaloes team. I looked it up. In the transfer portal, Colorado has gotten 1 5-star. That's Travis Hunter. And 5 4-stars. That's a total of 6 players. That ain't enough, dummy. You need 4 times that at a minimum. If you don't have 20-something 4 or 5-star players, forget it. These people. Mouth breathers. Oh, look at this one. Look at this. Colorado out-talents 75% of the Pac-12. Now, here's what's great about those comments like that, right? That person believes that Colorado's roster is one of the most talented rosters in the Pac-12, right? Okay. So when they go 4 and 8, who's to blame? The players or the coach? Who do we blame for Texas A&M going 5 and 7 last year? Who do we blame that on? Jimbo, right? Because the talent is there. So these idiots that think Colorado is talented enough to win 9 or 10 games, and this is what I said last time I made a Colorado video, they're painting themselves into a corner because at the end of the year, when Colorado was sitting there at 4 and 8, and they have spent all year saying Colorado is talented enough to win 10 games, who's left to blame? You can't then blame the players. You told me all offseason that Colorado was more talented than 75% of the teams in the Pac-12. So when they're busy losing every single week with what you tell me is a more talented roster, what's left to blame? Deion, which is insane. Because, of course, it's not going to be Deion Sanders' fault that they go 4 and 8. The roster is garbage. But these people can't see that. So they're going to have to blame Deion at the end of the year, which is ridiculous. You can't blame Deion for Colorado having a bad year in 2023. They were the worst team in the country last year. Bringing in 1 5-star and 5 4-stars is not going to fix that in year 1. But you can't tell these idiots that. So they've left themselves no wiggle room. They're going to have to say Deion Sanders is a shitty head coach who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. That's what they're going to have to say at the end of the year. I mean, geez. Yeah, do it the right way. 5-star dummy. Unless you got that money ahead of time, you're never going to see it. Yeah, you're never going to see that money. But you're definitely winning. You're definitely winning the bet. But you're not going to see that money. But you probably knew that when you made the bet. I dare someone to bet on Colorado making a bowl game. Miami fans did the same thing with Mario. Yeah, well, but Miami's roster was infinitely more talented last year than Colorado's is this year. I mean, it's really not even close. Rigged blackjack game, not as good as the rigged wheel. Pete loves that damn carnival wheel. Like, you'll be hanging out with Pete in the casino. You'll turn around, and he'll be gone. He was just here, now he's gone. You start walking around, he's over at the damn carnival wheel. He loves that carnival wheel. He won a lot of money on it the first day he was there. Y'all know what I'm talking about, don't you? The carnival wheel. Where is it? This. This damn thing.
Oh, so close yet so far.
Number is what?
So on this game, whatever the number is, that's the payout. So there's basically a table in front of this wheel that's got all these numbers on it, and you bet on any of these numbers. So if you bet on the number 1 and it lands on 1, you win 1-1 on your money. So bet 5, win 5. If you bet on the number 3 and it lands on the number 3, you win 3 times your money. So bet 5, win 15. So the higher the number, the less of those numbers there are on the wheel. So like when you see these numbers that are in the 50s, there's only 2 of those. There's the one right there, and then there's another 51. Those would be 50 times your money. And Pete did hit the 50 twice in 3 spins the first day we were there. Pete was betting on the highest number, which there I think is 50, not 50. In Cherokee, it's 50, not 51. But Pete was betting on the highest number, which was 50. And he hit it twice in 3 spins. I think he had $5 on it both times. So I think he won $250 both times. But yeah, this is the carnival wheel. Some of the worst odds in the entire casino. And if you're ever in the casino with Pete and you can't find him, this is where he's at. He's at this carnival wheel. If you can't find the carnival wheel, it's right next to the booth where they have somebody guessing your weight and age. Pete likes the roulette. Yeah, well, yeah, roulette is Pete's favorite game for sure. Roulette is Pete's favorite game. The Wheel of Fortune slot machine is Mrs. Pete's favorite game. I like blackjack. BA likes craps. Hufferbilly Paul, I think's favorite game is blackjack. Sir UJ's favorite game is 3-card poker. It's kind of weird that all of us have a different favorite game. But yeah, Pete's favorite is roulette. My favorite is blackjack. BA's favorite is craps. Mrs. Pete's favorite is Wheel of Fortune slots. Sir UJ's favorite is 3-card poker. Slim said he likes blackjack too. When I go by myself, blackjack is almost all I play. I'll play roulette like maybe once or twice a day for 30 minutes at a time or something. But when I'm by myself, blackjack is just about all I play. When I go with other people, I play whatever they want to play, just to hang out and have fun. But like when I was up there this last time, I played some 3-card poker. I played some high card flush. Played a lot of roulette. Played blackjack on the kiddie tables, which I don't normally do. I usually play on the $25 tables, but I played a lot on the $15 tables this last time. Keno, they only have electronic Keno in Cherokee. They don't have like an actual Keno board with a Keno drawing, like a live Keno. They don't have that. They only have electronic Keno. And I don't trust anything electronic in the casino. I walk around with a drink in my hand like Cousin Eddie, says Captain Trent. Pete says blackjack's his second favorite. He also likes 3-card poker. I don't know that I would ever play 3-card poker with my own money. I would have to win money somewhere else. I would have to win money on blackjack before I would sit down and play 3-card poker. The odds are just so bad. Hold'em is my second favorite. I mean, I love Texas Hold'em, but at a casino, especially when you're there with a group of people, there's just, because you're going to be sitting at a table with a bunch of strangers playing Texas Hold'em for 3 or 4 hours trying to win $100. I don't know. It's just. Now, Ultimate Texas Hold'em is a table game that you can play, against the dealer. But as far as sitting in the poker room and playing Texas Hold'em for 4 or 5 hours to try to win $100, I don't do that when I'm at the casino with a group of people. If I'm at the casino by myself, I might go play Hold'em for a while. Keno is like the lottery. You just pick numbers. I like video poker too. Sometimes I'll sit down and play video poker for an hour or so. But video poker is kind of like 3-card poker. You have to hit a big hand to win money at video poker. Keno's just picking numbers, Vic. That's it. So you have a board that's got 0 through 60 on it. You pick 5 of the numbers or 6 of the numbers or 7 of the numbers. You choose how many numbers you pick. The more numbers you pick, the more you potentially can win. And then they drop like 10 balls, and those are the 10 numbers. And if you match 10 out of 10, you win this amount. 9 out of 9, you win this amount. 7 out of 7. They have Keno. Georgia Lottery has Keno. You can go to a lot of restaurants and bars in Georgia have video Keno through the Georgia Lottery. You just fill out a slip. You pick your numbers. You turn the slip in to the server or the waitress or the bartender, whoever it is. They run it through the machine, and you can play Keno through the Georgia Lottery. It's just picking numbers. Is there a real goat in the casino for Keno? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Slim says he's in 3 states at once. Let's see. State of confusion. State of fear. What's the third one? Paul says delusion. Okay. State of shock. State of Miami fan. State of poverty. No, Slim's definitely not in a state of poverty. State of anxiety. Big Ten got some soft teams that don't want to play in the dark. Yeah, I never knew that about the Big Ten. They don't play night games in November. I when I heard that the other day, I meant to go back and look, but it seems like don't a lot of Big Ten games come on the ABC at night? But I guess not in November. I never realized that the Big Ten doesn't play night games in November. I never realized that. I don't know why that is. It because it's cold? I don't know why that is. I don't know what I don't know why that is. I never heard that until the other day. I meant to go back and look at like last season's schedule and game times and see if that was really true. I know Michigan and Ohio State comes on during the day every year, and that's the last game of the year. But like, are you telling me that just like there's no like random Big Ten game like Purdue versus Northwestern on at 7:30 at night in November? Like I never realized that. Well, Notre Dame didn't play night games at home for a long time because their stadium didn't have lights until like 10 years ago. That's why they didn't play night games at home. But Notre Dame has lights now. Notre Dame was like the last major college football stadium in the country to get lights. But I wonder, can I go back and look that up, like TV times? Let's see. Let's just like week 9 games. College football 2022. Let's see. Let's see. That doesn't have the times, though. I don't think this is going to have times either, is it? All right, let's see. What year is this? All right, this is last season, week 9. That was October, though. We have to do like week 10, I guess. Let's see. Does this show the times? No. Doesn't show the time the game was played. Will this show it? No. Week 10 schedule. Here we go. All right. Yeah, at Ohio State and Northwestern at noon. Well, let's just go to the night games and see if there's any Big Ten games. I had never heard that before. All right, night games. Alabama at LSU, Texas at Kansas State, Clemson at Notre Dame. Oh, what is this? Michigan at Rutgers, 7:30. So I guess that's not true. I mean, 7:30 is at night, and Michigan and Rutgers are both in the Big Ten, so someone's lying here. All right. That must be another one of those Big Ten rules that's not really a rule. Like, supposedly the Big Ten has a rule that every team has to schedule at least one Power 5 non-conference game. But for some reason, Michigan never schedules a Power 5 non-conference game. That's, you know, the Big Ten has all these rules that aren't really rules. They're just like suggestions. And if you don't follow the suggestion, that's fine. So, yeah, I read that article the other day about the Big Ten's TV contract that fell apart or is falling apart or whatever. And one of the issues was that, so Kevin Warren, who was the commissioner of the Big Ten, he's now resigned. But Kevin Warren was the commissioner of the Big Ten when these negotiations were going on between the Big Ten and the TV networks. And apparently Kevin Warren promised NBC that they could air one Big Ten game a week at night in November. Now, keep in mind, none of these contracts were ever signed. That's besides the point. None of these contracts were ever signed. So there is no Big Ten TV deal. All this stuff we've been hearing for the last 3 months about the Big Ten's new TV deal with Fox and all these people for $100 billion, it doesn't exist. Now, it probably will end up existing. It probably is going to get signed, but it doesn't. As of now, it doesn't exist. None of that was ever signed. But apparently, Kevin Warren promised NBC that they could air one night game a week within the Big Ten in the month of November. And now there's a new commissioner in the Big Ten, and all the schools are going, well, we didn't agree to that. We never signed that. We don't play night games in November. Well, apparently you do. You played one last year, dummy. So I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, then he also told NBC that they could televise the Big Ten championship game in, I think, 2025. And Fox is sitting there going, no, We're televising the Big Ten championship game in 2025, and NBC sitting there going, "No, Kevin Warren told us we could do it." So now the Big Ten has to pay Fox $40 million. Hey, Big Ten dummies. The whole point of a TV deal is that they pay you money. Now the Big Ten has to pay Fox $40 million. Jesus. The Big Ten just can't get out of their own way. What are they doing? Don't understand the LSU hype, not making the playoffs, probably losing 3 games. Who wants to bet? Which one of those things do you want to bet on? I'll bet that they don't lose 3 games. I'll bet they win 10 or more. I'll make that bet with you right now. You say they're going to lose 3 games. Who wants to bet? I'll bet on that. I'll bet that LSU wins 10 or more. How much you want to bet? Because it was your idea. Look at Michigan's 2024 non-con schedule. No, I'll look at Michigan's 2024 non-con schedule in 2024. Michigan plays Texas at home in 2024. Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with last year or this year, though. We can bet, but not on wins, only losses. They lose 3 games. There's no difference, sir. There's no difference. There's no difference in betting on wins or losses, buddy. If the bet is that they win 10 or more games, then the bet is also that they lose 2 or less. Like, that's the same thing. Jesus. What are you talking about, man? I don't want to bet on wins. I only want to bet on losses. Oh, man. Oh, shit. They play 12 games, man. They play 12 games. So if the bet is that they win 10 or more, that's the same thing as losing 2 or less. You know what I mean? Is it not possible for a team to be 10-3? What are you talking about, postseason? Not betting on postseason games. You don't, over-unders are for regular season, man. Come on. You didn't just start paying attention to football yesterday. Over and unders are for the regular season, man. Wins and loss bets are for the regular season. What are you talking about? Quit making excuses. If you want to bet that LSU goes 9-3 or worse in the regular season, like you said, I'll take that bet. I'll take 10-2 or better. You can have 9-3 or worse. If you want to make the bet, let me know how much you want to bet. Anything other than that, I'm not interested in what you have to say. I said they lose 3 games total. I didn't say nothing about the regular season. Win total bets are regular season, buddy. There's not a place on earth right now you can go to make a bet on how many games a team will win, including the postseason. That doesn't exist. That's not a bet that exists. Win total bets are regular season bets. Come on, man. Come on, man. Just admit you don't want to make the bet. Admit you typed it, but you don't want to go through with it. We're not talking about wins. We're not talking about seasons in a row where teams won 11 games or more. That's not what we're talking about. You don't bet win totals, including the postseason. That's not a bet that exists today, and it's not a bet that has ever existed. You can't go anywhere in Vegas or on the internet and make a bet about how many games a team is going to win in a season, including the postseason. You can't do it. It doesn't exist because you don't have any idea how many games a team is playing. You don't even know how many games they're playing. Win total bets are for the regular season. If you don't understand that, then you just don't understand it. And you don't want to bet on it, obviously. You clearly don't want to make a bet that LSU is going worse than 10-2, so that's fine. You typed about it, but you don't want to be about it. And I really don't understand what Bama currently having the longest streak of 11 wins or more has to do with anything relating to a bet on how many games LSU will win. I mean, Georgia's got that's like me going, well, Georgia's got the longest winning streak in the country at 17, so I bet you they win 17 games this year. I'll take LSU at 10.5. You get what? You get 10. I'll take 11. So you think they're going to win 11 games in the regular season? They could. But I don't understand why you're trying to bet with me. You should be trying to bet with the other guy. I agree with you. I think LSU is winning more than 10 games. That's the whole point of the bet I'm trying to make that K-Star wanted to make but now doesn't want to make. Yeah, the shitter is full. You're 100% right. Let's bet then they're going 9-3. Yeah, I've been trying to get you to make that bet for 10 minutes. So I've been asking you how much you want to bet for 10 minutes. I've got 10-2 or better. You've got 9-3 or worse. I've been trying for 10 minutes to get you to make that bet after you suggested it. So if you want to bet it, you know the deal. Name the amount and then send the money. That's how that works. And I'll write it down in Uncle Lou's book of bets that I have over here. There's already 5 or 6 in there. Yeah. Well, it's actually the same book, Brian. It's actually the same book, but yeah. Copious notes in my bet book are actually the same book. All right, everybody, I'm going to get out of here for today. Don't forget the call-in show coming up later tonight. Hope to see you all there. We'll talk some more college football over there and take some calls. See what you guys have to say about what's going on in the world of college football. Appreciate all of you hanging out today on the morning show. Don't forget about the talent show. The more entries, the better. Send your talent show video in to LouTubeTalent@gmail.com. LouTubeTalent@gmail.com. We'll start the talent show up in a couple of weeks. Need at least 10 entries to do the talent show. At least 10. At least 10. We've had like 20, 25 the last couple of years, but we'll see if we can get to 10. We'll see. What's today? Tuesday? The morning show will be back Thursday morning. So I'll let y'all know on Thursday morning if K-Stark sent any money in for a bet or not. I'll let y'all know. All right. I hope y'all enjoy your Tuesday. And I will see you again real soon. Have a good morning.